Carl stood up here earlier and he spoke about businesses that are started in garages, in lounges, in bedrooms. One of the entrepreneurs tonight came up to me and said, "We're still in my bedroom." And that's the power of what all of the companies here are doing. So a little disclaimer, that was Nick Socks, who still is selling socks, wearing only his socks in his bedroom to 20 countries around the world. And if you look at some of the previous finalists we've had, there are companies that are selling successfully all over the world, like Nomu and Yuppiechef. They're companies that I use every week, like Roxol in Bo-Kaap. And I usually pop into the kitchen once a week. I actually spent, during the first speech, I stood next to Karen. I didn't recognize her because normally she's in an apron with flour, taking someone's check, giving someone else a bowl of soup, trying to greet the president's wife in the USA. If you've been into a restaurant, you know what a dynamo of energy she is, and it's incredible to see her here tonight and see her, hear her make these, or say these inspiring words, because she's someone who's actually been there and done it. And I'm someone who has been in politics for 10 years. My job now is not about making the case for South Africa politically, but making the case for Cape Town as a business destination. Now we know, if you've been overseas recently, you'll know Cape Town's reputation as a tourist destination, as a place to visit, couldn't be better. Number one place to visit, according to the New York Times, in 2014, we are all over the map as an incredibly happening city. But there are still people that say, you can have a great weekend in Cape Town. If you want to do business, you've got to go to Joburg to get it done. And what the mayor and I are doing, or trying to contribute to, is changing that. And that requires us to do two things. Firstly, attract companies to Cape Town. And some people are a little bit uncomfortable with the idea of competition. They think that perhaps it's negative to compete with other cities. Perhaps if we talk about what we have as opposed to Joburg, it might make us somehow smaller. I don't believe that. I believe that positive competition makes us all stronger. I think, look at Primedia, for example. You have your Cape Town brand, Cape Talk. You have your Joburg brand. And when you compete, you become a stronger company. So we are inspired by that. We're inspired by the case of the USA, where the states compete for businesses aggressively. But no one ever doubts that Americans are very proudly American. We can be incredibly proudly South African, but we can compete with Joburg for businesses to move here. And increasingly, we're able to do that. I spoke to one of the largest tech companies in the world a few weeks ago, who said, we're really interested in Cape Town because we think it's safe, because we think it's a beautiful place and our people want to live there. But the thing that made them most open to moving to Cape Town was the fact that we're the design capital. We're increasingly positioning our city as the innovative, design-centric city, not only in South Africa, but in Africa. So making the business case for Cape Town is getting easier and easier. But of course, the other way to make Cape Town a destination for business is to grow our own companies here. And as a city, we're very focused on keeping this the easiest place to work and live in South Africa and in Africa. But that's what we can deliver as a city. What you have delivered as the entrepreneurs that have started and built the companies that we're seeing today is a service ethic. Our companies that actually deliver products and services that understand the challenges of the developing world. And if you look at the range of companies here tonight, they're tackling some incredible challenges, some of which you don't find in the USA or in Europe, some of which are particular to being developing markets that are growing faster than anywhere else on earth. But importantly, they're delivering those products and services at a first world level. They're operating at global standards. And they're doing it from their garages, from their lounges. Nick Socks is doing it from his bedroom. So this is actually the way that we make the business case for Cape Town. Entrepreneurs like you, starting companies, growing them, and sometimes going on to do business across the planet. The heavy lifting here is being done by you, not by us. We're there to help. If you have any issues dealing with the city, doing business in the city, let me know, let the mayor know. We're there to help you, but ultimately, the only people who can make the business case for Cape Town are the people that start businesses here and grow businesses here. You've got an incredible selection in front of you tonight. I understand the judging was seriously difficult. It got pretty contested, I believe. It made Parliament this week look like a picnic. But I think it's testament to all the companies that are here tonight to how incredibly they've done to come up with these ideas and actually put them into action. So many people have ideas and don't deliver them. Every company here tonight has actually created a company, is actually building something, is actually delivering products and services that are focused on service, and across all of the companies focused on design and innovation, which is becoming Cape Town's selling point. It means that I think we are going to be, in our lifetimes, the best city for business in Africa, the obvious place to come. The obvious place to start a business and grow a business if you want to do business in Africa, if you want to do business across the emerging markets. Thank you to you for starting these companies, and good luck to the companies in the competition tonight.